Hi, I'm Jean Edelman. For decades, I've been a student of the healing arts: Reiki, traditional Chinese medicine, homeopathy, acupuncture, plant-based, and macrobiotic cooking. Join me on this journey and hear my thoughts of the week.
Welcome back to Self-Care with Jean. Happy February 12th. I hope you're doing well and you're having a good month so far. This week I want to talk about grief and missing our loved ones. I want to invite us to have a cup of tea with me. This world is so full of magic. If we can just step away from our computers, our phones, and listen. And trust. When we go outside, we hear the birds, feel the wind. This is when we can get quiet and tune in instead of tuning out. The magic is in these quiet moments that we can find during the day. I will share that I've been missing our beloved friend that passed 5 years ago in January. And I am going to share that as I was standing in my office, I heard these words: "Have a cup of tea with me." Yes, these words, they came from her. So I want to share. Grief is a river. It flows through us. It's always in us. Some days it's quiet and we can see the joy and wonder in the world and the people we love. And the other days, the river gets loud and we feel the loss. And these moments are okay. We need to feel them. We should not put them away for another day. These are the moments we should stop and have a cup of tea with our loved ones. We can have fun with this. We can play their favorite music and have a cup of tea. We can sit with their picture and have a conversation. I look for the magic in believing that Anne-Marie is still close by. I believe in the magic, knowing that she's watching over her family, her kids, her grandkids. She has 4 now, and her beloved husband, Joe. I believe in the magic. I believe that if we can get quiet enough, if we can trust enough, we can feel our loved ones around us. We can feel, we can hear, we just know. So you know what I did when I heard that invitation to have a cup of tea with me? I went and sat down and had a cup of tea. I savored the tea. I smiled, I cried, I remembered all our crazy vacations and all the laughs. As with all of our loss, we make a lot of memories in a very short period of time. So let's sit, let's have a cup of tea. Let's invite our loved ones to join us. As we are sipping our tea, we can remember all the fun, all the laughter. We can sip our tea. Let's fill our hearts with love and share it with our loved ones. As we sip our tea, we'd be surprised how we'll be able to feel them and feel their love around us. But that's part of the magic, the believing. The rest is living with the grief. And so let's work with some tools. Let's get our toolbox out. Our first tool would be to allow the feelings. The grief, it can come in sadness, anger, confusion, guilt. It can make us numb. But when we feel and we sit and have that cup of tea, maybe we can get beyond it a little bit. And maybe we can feel a little bit of regular life and a little bit of joy. And next time when the grief rolls in, it won't be so bad. The second part we can do is we can talk to someone we trust, sharing how we feel with the grief. Grief is heavy. Find somebody, a parent, a teacher, a counselor. Talking about it is important. But I'll tell you something else that I did was I created a journal that I sit and I write to Anne-Marie. It's our journal. So create something special and fun just for you and your person. We also want to make sure that we're taking care of our body. Grief can be just so draining. Let's make sure we're eating regularly. Let's make sure we're drinking water and getting our rest and making sure we're moving. Walking, being outside, so important. Get some fresh air. Move our body. It can be exhausting to be lost in our grief, but It's okay. It's okay to slow down. It's okay to take naps. It's okay to just cuddle on the couch with a movie or a book. The fourth tool is to keep our routines when we can. Keep our routines, schoolwork, hobbies, dealing with the kids, meals, having that sense of stability. And it's okay if some days we feel that it's not manageable. But routines are important. And remember, the fifth tool is, in our own way, find our way. Some people like the photos or the letters. Others prefer the quiet reflection. Others enjoy cooking their favorite food, but find our way. 6 is to be patient with ourselves. Grief does not move in a straight line. There's good days, there's bad days, there's some days we just cannot believe. But they're all good days, so just be patient with ourselves. And the 7th tool is remember to get help. Remember to get help. There are wonderful grief counselors out there, and we should reach out when it feels very overwhelming. So there are some ways that we can work on feeling connected with those that have passed on. We can remember them in our everyday actions. So do something they enjoyed. Is there a favorite walk that they had, or a favorite place that they like to drive? How about someone cooking some of their favorite food and listening to the music that they loved and watching their favorite movies? Sometimes these actions can help us feel closer and know that we're honoring those that have passed on. And we can express our thoughts to them. They are around. We can write a letter. We can talk out loud. We can journal. It's all good. These are all ways to express ourselves and connect. We could also create maybe a scrapbook or write some poems, something that's meaningful that can turn this grief into something of joy. The fourth thing we can do is, do they have a favorite watch that we could carry, or a piece of jewelry? Is there a piece of clothing? What can we do that can carry them forward? Think of the lessons that they taught us. Maybe write them down so we can share them with our kids and grandkids. Rick and I, for Anne-Marie, we created a scholarship at Rowan University for student government. We are finding kids that are similar to Anne-Marie in her talents and what she brought to campus. And so we keep her alive in her annual scholarship. So a way that we carry their values forward is living in a way that reflects their values. That can be a powerful form of connection. Our friend Anne-Marie always brought laughter. We can always have more laughter in our day. And we always want to share stories about them. And we want to give ourselves permission to grieve. As I shared, grief comes in all shapes and sizes. It ebbs and flows. But let's find the magic. Let's listen for the words. Have a cup of tea with me. Let's find healthy outlets and a way to process that grief. We'll never understand why, but we will continue to feel their love and feel connected.
Next week on The Kitchen with Jean, we're warming up with nourishing winter meals, cozy plant-based dishes made for the season. I'll be sharing a full week's worth of meals, a shopping list, and simple dinner recipes to keep us warm and energized. Join me in the kitchen and let's cook for winter wellness.
And so this is the ultimate in Earth School. Learning to love ourselves and love each other, and remembering that life comes from us and life is for us. So have a cup of tea with me, my friends. Have a good week.